Once upon a time, there was a cheerful hot air balloon named Bubbles. Bubbles loved to float high in the sky and watch the world below. He would often take off from his home in a green meadow and travel for hours, drifting wherever the winds took him. One day, Bubbles floated over a large body of water and suddenly found himself in a new country. Bubbles had never heard of borders before and was confused about what was happening. However, he didn't mind much and continued on his journey. As Bubbles continued to travel, he found himself flying over different countries and continents without any knowledge of the political boundaries that separated them. He would see different landscapes and cultures below him, but it never mattered to him where he was or what language people spoke. All he cared about was the beauty and wonder of the world below him. The people on the ground were amazed by Bubbles, a hot air balloon that seemed to appear out of nowhere. Some waved and smiled as he passed overhead, while others looked up in awe. Bubbles loved the attention and would wave back, feeling happy that he could bring a little joy into people's lives. One day, Bubbles found himself in a new continent, surrounded by unfamiliar sights and sounds. He had never been this far away from home before, but he didn't mind. He loved the adventure and excitement of exploring new places. As Bubbles continued his journey, he began to realize that there were some places where he couldn't fly. There were countries with strict borders and rules that he didn't understand. But Bubbles didn't let this dampen his spirit. He continued to explore the world, flying freely wherever the wind took him. Years went by, and Bubbles became a legend in the skies. People all over the world would look up and hope to catch a glimpse of the cheerful hot air balloon that didn't know about borders. Bubbles had brought happiness and wonder to so many people, and he never stopped spreading joy wherever he went. Eventually, Bubbles returned to his home in the green meadow, where he lived out the rest of his days. But his spirit lived on in the hearts of people all over the world who had been touched by his carefree and joyful spirit.